good evening, good afternoon, sari lovers, sari sakis. It's a hump day. Come on, ladies. It's our wholesome Wednesday session. Looks like no one. Oh, yes, I can see one. Do you want to say hi to me so that I know who is there on the other side? It's so interesting. The Facebook live session is made in such a way that it is interactive, but the interaction is only via texting, unfortunately. So I need to see the people who are online just to make some noise. When I say noise, obviously via texting or messaging. That's the way I know someone is online. Wow, there are 5 people. Oh my goodness gracious, 7. Wow, Smita Sudeep. Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow, Deepa Santosh. Excellent. Come on, ladies. All the 6, 8 of you, just say hi to me. At least I can read out your names and I can associate as well. Hi, Smita Sudeep. Hello. It's been a kind of, I would say, hectic day for me. It was a combination of both because tomorrow is the last day before we break for a 2 weeks break, a proper break. So kind of like, winding up all the things that needs to be done for the next 2 weeks. It was kind of like, rushing to get things done, do this, do that. And it's kind of like, keeping you busy throughout. So kind of like didn't even realize how the time flew. It just flew, I tell you, the whole day. Fully busy. But mind you, we had loads and loads of goodies in the kitchen, I tell you. Christmas time, oh my goodness, I just don't want to go to the kitchen. It just so happens my boss's office is just opposite the kitchen. And mind you, my boss doesn't even touch anything in the kitchen. And I give every reason to go to meet my boss because the kitchen's goodies are the attraction. It's like a magnet for me. You talk about chocolates, you talk about biscuits, talk about fudges, all Christmassy sweets there. Oh my goodness gracious. I have done proper justice to all the sweets which were put in the kitchen, I tell you. Mind you, I didn't have my lunch at all today. I've just kind of like, being happy eating whatever was in the kitchen. Thank you. There are quite a few people here. Vidya saying hi, Akka. Thank you. Archana Vishwagna. Savita Dev. Archana saying hi, Himaji. Hello. Thank you, ladies, for joining in. I have to kind of give you all the negative news for today that the session is not going to go ahead as planned. I've just been notified 20 minutes ago, maybe 25 minutes ago, that Pooja is unable to do the session for me today, unfortunately, due to various reasons, which are very, very valid. And I told her, look, don't worry, I'll have you back. Do whatever you need to do and I will get back to you for the next session. So it's just unfortunate that things had to happen this way, but fingers crossed, like nothing major. We will be in touch with you again in the new year, bringing across puja for the same session, which is about a relationship. All right, so today's session is just a one-on-one session with me. I'll just kind of talk as usual, and this is an opportunity for me as well to stay connected and get connected with you guys. And if you guys have anything, this is an opportunity for you to just text in that little thing and keep me posted, or even by messaging is also fine, but the messaging here, just here, we can make it interactive. And if someone wants to come on the camera, this is an opportunity. I'm happy to bring you all across, and we can have a one-on-one session as well if anyone is interested. Just raise your hands or just put a message there saying I'm interested. I'm happy to bring you guys on the camera, and a few of you all have joined there. I'm so glad. They just be saying hi, Akka, hello, Vidya Rao, Trupti, yeah, is it? Yeah, Shanta Lakshmi. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining me in. It would have been a very nice session today, I tell you, and it was very interesting session as well. And to tell you frankly, Pooja is holidaying at the moment, and despite the holidays, she agreed, saying, I'm happy to do the session and everything. And it just so happened, just half an hour ago, something happened which even she couldn't control, or it wasn't in our hands, so had to kind of call it off. But she was doing a session for me, an amazing session from Dabo Zoo. Like, she's basically holidaying in zoo, and she has got her her stay in Dabo Zoo, and it's a beautiful zoo, I have heard, but I haven't been to Dabo Zoo. And I was telling her, in the background there will be live animals, and you will be chatting to me about relationship transformation. How amazing it would be. I was very much looking forward to that scenario, but unfortunately it's not going ahead. Well, we have to be optimistic, right? So, but anyway, she's going to come back later on with the same topic. I won't let her go away with that, right? I will definitely come back. So it's all right. There's a small twitch there, but it's not a major one. So I'm not afraid. Initially I was a bit, and then I said, look, I have to compose myself and come back and just chat to you guys. And this is an opportunity for me to chat to you guys and, stay connected. So that was my intention. Well, today's drape, since it was on relationship, I thought what other color? I was kind of choosing between so many colors, purple, pink, and orange, and a kind of tan and white, as well as red and white. And finally I picked up on red. As you all know, red, it goes so hand in hand with relationship and love and sex and everything. So I thought, okay, let me just kind of dress up myself in red and a little bit of white. So I'm in a Garud silk sari, which is from West Bengal. Garud or Garud means white in color. Most of the time the saris which come from there, the Garud silks, it has got mango motifs, like mango paisley throughout the sari with a nice border and pallu. And the borders will be very simple, but the pallus will be very nice. But this is a kind of a transformation of the Garud silk sari, which has got a checkered sari throughout and a little bit of gold border on either sides. And I thought, okay, let me bring up this beauty. It is a repeat sari again. And I'm kind of repeating all my saris at the moment. Maybe in the new year, I will catch up with my new saris. As you all know, it's all tightened up here everywhere because of COVID. And I'm not sure when our flights, etc., or our journey to overseas would be. So it's kind of like halted at the moment, stalled at the moment. So we just have to wait when everything settles down. So it's almost been a year with COVID, and it's kind of had, I won't say worsened, a little bit more as compared to the previous months. And then came the restrictions in Sydney as well. And right now we are on restrictions at the moment, but it is not as bad as it was at the beginning of the year. There is a slight restriction, like, again, we have to kind of like follow all those. It's for safety of everyone. Like, health is the utmost important thing that we have to worry about. So we have to take care of it, and we have to abide by the rules, and abiding by the restriction is the way to go. And quite a few of y'all have joined. I'm so happy. I stopped at Shanta Lakshmi. This one is Manjula is watching. Lakshmi Sanjay is watching. Manjula Shivakumar Manjula saying hi. Hemaji, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Pushpa Makam, hi Pushpa, it's been a while. I have to catch up with you. I've been thinking of it, but I will definitely in one of the days when I'm off next 2 weeks. I'm just eagerly looking forward to which tomorrow will be the last day, and most of the time the bosses of ours will just rush us saying, you have to just leave on the dot at 12 noon or 2 p.m. So probably by the time I leave, I definitely can't leave at 12. Probably I'll be leaving at 2. So it's just a few hours off. And that's the normal trend here during Christmas. Like for those of you who are in India, and if you don't know, it's the Christmas Eve, which is tomorrow. Normally the workplaces are kind of like, shut in the sense, some are shut on from the 24th, some are shut the whole of this week and next week. And since we cannot accumulate our holidays, all the services are encouraging everyone to take the leave and have the proper rest which we require. So we have to look after our health and well-being, and the only way we can do that is make use of that leave. So most of the time, especially the migrant population who is here, we accumulate the leave and we just look forward to going on a holiday. And most of the time we come to India or our source country and spend our time. And it's just so happened from the last year, nobody has gone anywhere. And it's forced leave for majority of us. And we have no choice, but we have to take, and we can spread it out during the school holidays for the kids, as well as during the Christmas New Year period. That's the time even the services kind of shut down. In my case, the services are not shut, but I prefer to take some time off as well. So I'm just eagerly looking forward to, and those 2 weeks, I tell you, it just zooms away in no time. Lakshmi Bhaskar is asking, hi sis, how are you? I'm very good, thank you, Lakshmi. Sahitya Ganesh, hi. Renuka, hi. Lakshmi, hi. Renuka saying hi. Hema darling, hi Renuka. Oh my goodness, it's so nice to connect again. Pushpa Parvati, hi. Shubha Balal, hi. Thank you, ladies, for joining in. So what's happening? I told you all about my sari I've just paired with the jewelry. I think I mentioned in one of the sessions, it was a kind of a compulsive buying, or whatever you call it. I was in one of the Avrekai Parses last year in Bangalore, Vivipuram, as you know, just went there. And there was a power cut off. I wanted to eat elavre. I just love elavre. So I said, no, I have to go. So anyway, we went, and it was a whole array of sweets. You tell, like, in Avrekhalu, oh my goodness, like, the number of sweets and the delicacies they had. It was amazing, and it was amazing to watch them do different kinds of dishes and sweets and savories in Aurekalu. I was kind of like, amazed to see that. But anyway, I've been there several times. Like, whenever I'm there in India, this happens regularly. And I think this is my third time visiting there or something. And there was this little vendor who was having all the jewelry and everything in a small kind of like, basket. And he pestered me so much. And my husband said, look, why do you... Oh, no, my husband wasn't there, actually. And it was my brother-in-law, I think. Sorry, I can't remember now. And my brother-in-law said, look, just buy whatever you want. No, I think it was my husband, sorry. And he said, no, why do you want to disappoint him? Just buy whatever he gives it to you and just take it. So these are one of those obsessive buying. I bought a whole heap of them, I tell you. Different colors, different kinds of jewelry, and amazing, I tell you. Some are broken, obviously, in the night when there is no power and you're rushed to buy something. Yes, that's what happens. But anyway, I enjoy wearing them, so I'll be wearing those one by one. So I've just paired with that one, and I have these thread bangles. It's again gifted by one of the sisters-in-law who visited. She had a whole heap of different colors, and the best thing of the thread bangles are like, it's the perfect color match to your sarees. You take any sarees, like, any color sarees, and the silk thread is just so perfectly matching to your sarees. And I just, like those ones about that. Obviously, the finishing and all will not be great, but it's okay for my live session. I just wear it for about half an hour or so it doesn't matter. So. And I've just paired with, it's actually a coral, but it kind of like looks red. So I've just paired it with a coral a pair of ear studs there. So that's my styling for today. I will be posting it later on. I'll try and do a post, hopefully. Who else is there? Sadhana Kumbar is watching. Vinaya Satish is watching. And Sadhana Kumbar says, hi Himaji, very beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. So who wants to come on the camera and chat to me? I will be eagerly, wanting to have you guys on the camera. Who wants to come? Come on, raise your hands. Hi, my aunt is watching. Hi, Shashi Kalavati Bagepalli auntie. Hello. It's so nice, like, family supporting and friends supporting. And now the Saree Gallery has become like an extended family for me, so which is really nice. Hi, Kavita. Kavita Khanabiran is also from Sydney watching. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. In fact, I've got a whole bunch of my son's friends here. I think maybe about half a dozen of them. And there is pin drop silence. Can you believe? I had to instruct them saying no talking. So everything, all the doors are closed, so I can't hear them. I think probably they are in the alfresco chatting away, but I can't hear them. So I had to literally instruct them saying pin drop silence, because the Facebook live session is kind of like, so kind of like sensitive, like I won't say sensitive. Even a pin drop we call it pin drop silence, but that pin drop, you can literally hear it as well. Like, if you're very keen, you can literally hear that. So I'm just making a noise here, so you will be able to listen to that noise. Yay. Parvati Reddy, hello. Come on, ladies, ask me some questions. I'm just babbling away. Who wants to come on camera? I'm happy to bring you guys on camera. Who wants to come on camera? It's because Pooja is not doing her session today, so we have got a full 1 hour for ourselves, and obviously I won't be engaging you guys for the full 1 hour. I will kind of finish it off soon so that I can catch up with other things as well. Come on, ladies. Who wants to come on camera and who wants to chat to me? Like, what's happening in India? So tell me about like what's happening. Like, are there restrictions still there, or are the people still kind of like, abiding by the rules? What's happening? I wouldn't have a clue. Sorry. Parvati Reddy, Shruti Ajit. Parvati Reddy saying, look, ma'am, hi. Yeah, what can I do for you guys? Come on, ladies. Ask me some questions. I'm happy to answer them. Come on. Come on, ladies. Nobody wants to ask any question. Purnima Nagraj is here. Hi, Purnima. Thank you very much for joining in. Today is more or less a chatting session, I tell you. Someone recently had messaged me saying, how I manage time. And it's a very, very... the approach you take for time management is all in your heads and brains, I tell you. She literally asked me, like, how do you manage your time? And she happens to be my Facebook friend as well. And those who are Facebook friends with me would see me posting pictures or sharing memories every single day, something or the other. Look, I have traveled quite a bit during the months of December every year. So Facebook is such a good, it has got a very good tool wherein the memories just flash up saying, these are the memories last year or the year before, or 5 years ago or 10 years ago. And it is such a great way to share the photos. So I end up sharing the photos, and on top of that, like, my social calendar is also like, something or the other, and I keep posting them as well. And for me, like, my family members kind of like, follow me wherever I go. And when mom was here, like, mom's friends used to ask, like, what do you do there? How do you spend your holidays? What exactly do you do? Do you go out at all? Etc., etc. Then I told mom, look, I will be posting all the activities, what you do wherever we go, so that, like, your friends know, and even my friends will come to know. So I kind of like, just post it on Facebook, anything, like, whatever I do, I just go out. Just recently I had shared the Christmas decorations here. Beautiful, beautiful decorations, I tell you. I don't have the time to go, but if time permits, I tell you, there are amazing places with beautiful lights, like laser lights, amazing lights. I've just only covered just one at the moment. Amazing. And just like Diwali, there is a suburb called Blacktown. And Blacktown always conducts competitions during Diwali for the lights, decorations and everything. and similarly, like, you know, it always used to happen during Christmas, and that was opened up for the Indians participating for the Diwali celebrations and everything. And that kind of like, you know, piggybacks on the Christmas decorations, which follows immediately after Diwali. Like, you know, people kind of like leave it till end of November, and then, you know, starts our Christmas celebration. So it's kind of like, you know, just piggybacks from November through to December, like, you know, beautiful decorations, and amazing decorations. I tell you, like, you know, people literally go out of their way to decorate. And I don't have the time, but if I have, definitely I'll be posting those decorations, keep them, keep the space being watched. Amazing. The city has got beautiful decorations. I think quite a few of them have already shared it on Facebook. Yeah, that's the other way to kind of like, you know, keep up with that. And coming back to the time management, I literally had like, you know, just a straightforward question. How do you juggle with time? How do you manage time and everything? It's all in your head. Like, you know, first, just think about the things, what you have to do during that particular time. Say if you're given like, you know, a task or multiple tasks to do within a time frame, you have to prioritize. Like, if you don't prioritize, it just kind of like sits there and you won't be able to do anything. And so there are basically, like, you know, it's called the 4Ds in time management. It's either basically you just do it. It's like either do, defer, delegate, or delete. So these are the 4Ds in time management. So you better do it. Like, if you can do it, like there might be some small tasks, like which only takes maybe like, you know, 5 minutes or maybe 3 minutes of your time. If that is the case, or you have to respond to an email, so like, you know, just do that. It's so easy. Just concentrate, do that, and get that work done. So one is already sorted. Like, you know, these are the things you have to kind of like, you know, list what exactly is on your schedule on a daily basis. And not everyone is perfect, right? So once you have that schedule of calendars, like, you know, do this, do that, etc., etc., etc. So you should be able to concentrate on number 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just flick it aside. So your do's is done. So basically the do's is nothing but the 5-minute tasks or less than 5 minutes. So that's number 1. I definitely follow that. This is actually from the time management program. It's actually in the project management as well as in it's called business management as well. So it's kind of like related, and these are the 4Ds which are normally kind of like highlighted and taught and specified, saying, you know, these are the things you have to do. So that's always in my mind. So I kind of like, you know, just do it. And the other one is defer it. Say, for example, if it's not in a rush and if it can wait, so you can schedule that a bit later and then complete the task. So if it's not needed like immediately, just defer it. So that's what I would do. And delegate. This will be a very good one because not everyone would be able to delegate, right? So some have to do it on their own, and delegation cannot be done. If you can delegate, that is the best way to go. You can delegate some tasks, either if you have like an admin person to look after, or a secretary to do that, or an EA to do that. So you can do that. In my case, I do have. So sometimes I do delegate because that's the only way I can get things done. So that's done. And the next one is delete. When we say delete, it's not literally deleting. It's kind of like, you know, putting that on hold and revisiting a bit later. So these are the things which, like, you know, I literally follow to keep up with my time management. And especially like, you know, bringing it across to the from a housewife perspective, like, I know majority of you guys are like, homemakers or housewives, or maybe like, even like, in the corporate world or whatever. Like, do whatever is necessary. So for doing, which is literally relevant, just do that. And if you can defer, for example, I don't know, like from my perspective, I can defer anything, like, like for example, washing clothes, like I do it like, twice in a week. And which in your case, obviously you guys kind of like do it every single day. So I don't know whether you can accumulate the whole lot in one go and do it the second day. I don't know. So it kind of like, depends what the workload is with you guys and how you can do that. So that would be my suggestion. And then you can delegate, like for example, like, we were talking about relationships transformation today, but unfortunately we are not. This is where delegate becomes kind of important. We can delegate the tasks. For example, like, my husband is very good at chopping, especially cutting fruits and cutting vegetables and everything. Other than that, I don't let him do anything, right? So that one I literally demand. So that's being kind of like delegated to him, and that is his chore, and he does it quite well. And that's a blessing actually, like, for anyone cooking or doing any kitchen work, that's like 80% of the job is done, right? If your vegetables are chopped, or if your fruits are chopped, or like, cut, not chopped. If your fruits are cut, that's like cutting fruits is different, right? But when coming to the vegetables, if your vegetables are chopped and it's kept ready for you to cook, like how long does it take for you all to cook when everything is ready? So that's the kind of thing, which can be delegated. So you may have to seek your partners or your husbands or your kids, like, if you have young girls, like, who would be happy to come into the kitchen and learn the skills in advance. And those are the types, I would say you can delegate to. Well, during my childhood, I like mom never used to let me do anything in the kitchen other than cleaning. So like, for me, cleaning was the chore which I kind of like enjoyed it since I was a child, like, because that's how I was brought up. And even now coming here, I enjoy doing the cleaning because I have to be so perfect in cleaning. I will make sure that, like, everything is cleaned, and I kind of like, it's very therapeutic for me. So maybe the childhood upbringing kind of like, is reflected now, whatever it is. So it kind of like, it carries so much weightage, like whatever you learn during your younger days will definitely carry weightage, and it's nice that that can be incorporated into your lifestyle to carry on the activities. So I would enjoy doing that. And I'll come to the delete a little bit later. Now there are a few who have joined here. Let me say hello to them. Hema Venkatesh, hi Soumya Nilavar, hi Nalini Ramesh, hi Geeta Mysore, hi Moni Nagendra, who else is watching there, and Rupa Krishna, Shobha Hari, hi, Moni Nagendra saying hi, happy day. Thank you. I did have a very, very easygoing day today, though it was very busy. Oh, my mom is watching. Hi, mom. Anita Kiran is watching. Shobha Hari says, hi, Himaji. Moni Nagendra says, very true. I'm not sure for which one you answered as very true, but anyway, I think you probably would have we were talking about, like, household chores and everything, like there should be an equal participation for that. Yes, I completely agree. Hi, Rashmi. Rashmi Subramanya is my classmate from the pre-uni as well as college. Hi, Rashmi. Thank you very much for joining in. And Shobha Hari. I too like cleaning, kitchen, house, everything. In fact, exactly. Once you get the habit of it, I tell you, you will try and do it by yourself. I know back home, everyone is kind of used to having mates across, and the whole life kind of it revolves around the maid coming in at what time, and you have to schedule according to the maid coming in, and the whole of your calendar is based on that. Okay, so if you kind of take time management, that's the best example I can kind of relate to. Obviously the maid coming in at 8 a.m, so you make sure that you put in all the things that needs to be washed and cleaned and everything, so that it's done and dusted when she comes. And once she leaves, obviously it kind of piles up, right? So I don't know, since, as I told you, I was brought up in a different environment, I don't like seeing in any dishes in the sink, so it kind of gets washed immediately. So I enjoy doing that. So that's not practiced back home, because people literally wait for the maids to come or the helpers to come and clean, which is completely out of the equation here. We kind of do it our own way, and everything is done and dusted and it's clean, and at the same time you're active for the whole time, no, not sitting and doing other things. So I don't know, it's just switching the mind to doing those chores, I reckon, would give you the opportunity as well to have a little bit of me time. I don't know, that's what I feel. Probably it varies from person to person. So it all depends how and everyone kind of things. The next one is Vasudha Jatangi is watching. Thank you, Vasudha. Shakti. Oh, sorry. It's going a bit blur. Saki Fashion Devi is watching. Wow. Probably I would have added them somehow. Say hi to me. If that's not relevant, I have to take you off. Kashi Anu, that's my mom. Hi Lata, hi mom. How are you? I was talking about my childhood days and cleaning and everything. So I was the best example. I used to do the whole lot of cleaning. I used to be a cleaner, and at the same time I used to be the princess of the house. So it was all in all. So even now, I do everything. I enjoy, I take pride in cleaning, I take pride in what I do. So as long as you have that kind of attitude and what you think, that's what matters anyway. So the next one, I was talking about the time management skills. The other D is the delete. We did talk about the delete button. You can't delete all the time, right? All the tasks which are there are important, and you have to kind of program it in such a way that you can come and revisit, which is not urgent, at a later time. And sometimes it might not be relevant at all, and in those instances you can delete them. So this is how I manage, and I would suggest you all to follow that and see how you all go, and then I will tell you, managing time is very easy. It becomes very easy, right? So that's how I kind of do. And being here, my socializing part of it is be it anywhere in Sydney, if I have accepted an invitation, I make sure that I go and attend. If I haven't accepted, and if I'm in a dilemma whether to go or not, I'll see how it pans out and how the time is. Sometimes commuting from this end to that end also takes time, and it depends how far it is or how close it is. Depends on the distance and depends on what activity I have. So these are the things you have to kind of like, make sure you adhere to and follow them, and time management becomes easy. So that's what it is. Who else joined? Bharati Chidambar has joined. Thank you, Bharati. Come on, ladies, just ask me what else you want to see coming up. And next week will be a gala event. I'm planning to do an entertainment program for closing off the year, because next week will be the last Wednesday for the Wholesome Wednesday session. So this one was meant to be 28. So the next one will be not a 28 nor a 29. It will be with no number. It will be an entertainment session. I will be bringing across maybe a couple of them. I won't give away much. I'm still kind of like, wanting to see what I can come up with. But yeah, watch the space. It will be an entertainment evening for about half an hour to 40 minutes. And we will be in touch with each other next week for the entertainment session. Everyone kind of like, winds up their year coming up, in a very kind of, celebrating mode. And we shall do that. And though we have had difficulty, like everyone has had the difficulty in 2020, and it has not been an easygoing year for everyone. We kind of like, closed it off with a very happy note, being optimistic for 2021 and see what's in store for 2021 for all of us. And then we will continue on with the sessions again. I have lined up quite a few in January and February as well. Probably have to reshuffle a few bits and pieces, so which I will be doing. A few of them have joined again here. Vatsala Patel has joined. Thank you, Vatsala. Hi, ma'am. Nice sari, looking gorgeous. Thank you, Vatsala. Thank you very much. Check your message as well and come back to me. This is an opportunity for me to remind you to check the message. Yeah, this is for Vatsala actually. Anyway, I will be in touch with you all with a variety program, if time permits, as a variety program, or it might be just one program, or just it might be a couple combined with an entertainment kind of like combination, or it might be just one. So I'm still working on it with a few bits and pieces to be confirmed. So as soon as that is done, but either way, that will be publicized on Sunday. Keep those the session events kind of like, watch those events, and as well as the space coming up on Sunday. Other than that, I've got nothing. Like, if you guys ask me the question, I would be very, very happy to answer something, or that will be giving me an opportunity to raise something else as well, if that is interesting. So please do ask those questions if you have any. Otherwise, I have to say I have kind of like, babbled for about 45 minutes. So I will be winding up. Come on, ladies. Who is there? Ladies, come on. I know every time I say this, I haven't answered for quite a few of them. There was one who literally said, every time I say hello to you, you don't respond. It's not that I'm not responding. If the live session is on, right, and if I have called out your name, that means I have acknowledged. If not, you can go back and it kind of like still think you kind of like think that it's still live. It's not still live. It is the recorded video what you would be seeing. So I would kind of like, you know, suggest not suggest, I would say that I'll try and acknowledge. I'm still behind quite a few sessions acknowledging each and every one of you. I haven't done that, and I haven't seen the posts that often, though I have seen the pictures. Seeing the photos is different to literally reading the posts and seeing every single sari picture of you guys being posted. But the recent activity was great. I did see so many people posting for the World Sari Day. I would really appreciate you guys taking the effort posting the sari pictures. It was amazing to see the saris, I tell you. The collection, like, you know, a couple of them have done a video as well showing off their saris. It's so beautiful to see all the sari pictures together. And I would suggest, like, you know, this is what, I don't know whether you guys have watched it or not. I normally number my saris, like, you know, -1 of #1 of 100 or whatever. So if you number them, you know the numbers of the sari, and that's how I keep track of the numbers of the sari. And this year, I think I have draped 60 saris in all. So I'll be posting those pictures for the next session. Probably I'll collate everything and do a sari video or something and post them. It's good to number your sari so that you know, oh, what sari was that? Or you know, I know you guys kind of like post it, like, you know, it's nice if you kind of made a reference to what the sari is all about, or which sari it is. It might be like a Kanjivaram sari or a KSIC sari or something. If you just made a reference to that, and it's easy to look for it as well. So that's what I feel. I think you guys should do that, like, you know, number your saris from next year and then keep track of those numbers. And those numbers, you know, it should increase. When I started off in 2018, I did 100. That was the target I had. That was just within 6 to 8 months, I think, in 2018. And in 2019, I think I did 53 or 57 saris, can't remember, but it was in mid-50s. And this year I kind of like increased it by 3. If I have time, I do have some sari pictures which I should be able to post. I don't think so I would get the time, but if I get the time, I do. I did take a few pictures of my mom's sari when I was in US. I think I should have maybe another 6 to 8 saris of those. I'll try and post those ones if I get the time. So it will come up to 60, then plus maybe 65 or 68. I'll see if I get time, I'll do that. So that's just a tip, like, you know, to keep your sari post numbered so that you know what sari it was. And I also save the sari pictures individually as like 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can kind of like relate, oh, this was the first one I had draped, this was the second one I had draped. So it's like a catalog for me. So I kind of do that one as well. But it's all personal, like, you know, you guys can do whichever way is easier for you, whichever way is convenient for you, whichever way it is. So let me just read out a few messages here. I am so glad there has been a little bit of interaction here. Vatsala Patil saying hi, looking gorgeous. I think I read that. Mamta KV is watching. Hi Mamta. Again, hi Vatsala. Smita Srinivas, hello. Vatsala Patalashwat saying, just joined, so don't know what happened and what was the topic. That's a good question, Vatsala, actually. The topic today was about relationship transformation, which is more about, like, the bonding and, how difficult or how easy it is to be intact with the relationship. So that was the topic, and Pooja Bharat was the person who was meant to speak, but had to be cancelled for various reasons, so that got cancelled. So I'm kind of like, just talking just in general, but good. I kind of like, touch based on time management, as a couple of them were asking about how I juggle with time and everything. So that was the topic we were talking on. And Pratima Raj Pujari is watching, Shaila Sudhakar Bandari is watching, Lakshmi Natraj, Rupa Prashant watching, Vatsala saying, due to pandemic, not wearing saris nowadays, hope the new year brings new rays of hope for our regular life. Absolutely, Vatsala. I know one has to be optimistic, so we all keep our fingers crossed and we will be optimistic, so that ray of hope will enter all our life and make it easy. That's what we are aiming for. So we will keep our fingers crossed and we will pray together, like, communal prayer, or like, a prayer together definitely kind of like, enhances the vibrations and the vibes. That's what I have heard. So we will all pray together for a ray of hope in 2021. So that's the target there. And Ranjita Raj is watching, Anita Murthy is watching. Thank you, Anita. Manjula Gudisagars, hello. Ranjita Raj saying hi. Hema Pushpa Prasad is watching. Thank you. Someone wanted to come on the camera. Who was that? I'm sorry, just flashed for a minute and disappeared. I'm so sorry. Who is that? Come back again, please. I'm happy to bring you on the camera. Who was that? Oh, thank you, Vatsala. Oh, someone wanted to come. Come on, I would be very happy to have you guys. Hope you're in a sari, whoever is wanting to come. That's the only condition, that's all, like, I'm not sure what you guys are having. Have you guys having a cup of coffee or having a cup of tea, or maybe if it's too hot, or juice? Oh, it might not be hot there in India, isn't it? December is kind of like, just kind of not chill weather, or maybe chill weather. It depends. It depends, Even Sydney has gone haywire. Like, today was okay. And yesterday it was so gloomy and very windy. It's all different. So you can't predict the weather anymore. It's kind of like, not the seasonal weather we have. So it's all haywire at the moment. Come on, who wanted to come on camera? Come on, ladies. I'm happy to bring you guys. It kind of like just flashed for a minute and then disappeared. Who wants to come? Otherwise, I'll just pick a random person working at office. Who is that? Bharti. Working at office but like to watch your program. Joined. Wow. That's excellent. So you get to watch this in your workplace. Excellent. I'm impressed. Namita Naveen Kumar is watching. Ranjita Raj is asking, how is Christmas season in Australia? Okay. Christmas is really the time for all the family members here taking time off and being together, and be it anywhere. It could be India, or it could be here, it could be US, or it could be Canada, it could be any other country. And people do celebrate Christmas with families and friends. And because of COVID, we have restrictions here in Sydney, as well as the state borders are closed. International borders are anyway closed. It's only the repat flights which are going back and forth, though there were a few flights as one-off, but at the moment it's only repat flights at the moment. Otherwise, like Christmas, it's more to do with, like, you know, families spending time together, and that is what we were talking about today, but unfortunately did not go ahead, which was about a relationship transformation. And it plays such an important role, like, you know, the relationship what you have plays such an important role in kind of, like, you know, binding the families together. That's what it is, and that's how it is being celebrated here. And on top of that, the city is beautifully decorated with Christmas lights, and majority of the shopping centers, I would say all of the shopping centers, do have their own decorations, and it's beautiful. Like each and every suburb will be having at least, like, you know, 3 to 4 shopping centers. All the shopping centers are literally decked up in beautiful lights and everything, including the families. They do participate in Christmas lights festival as well, and it's like a competition, so that's really a treasure to watch. It's beautiful, like, you know, the whole vibe is so colorful and everything, except on the Christmas day. I tell you, Christmas day, which is on the 25th of December, the roads will be so quiet. The thing is that, like, you know, all are enjoying, you know, partying inside the house, so you don't tend to see people at all on the roads. It's kind of like, you know, dead quiet. The cities kind of, like, you know, it's mainly for like, you know, the touristy kind of thing which occurs or over the previous years, but since now the borders are closed, it's only, like, you know, people who are kind of like visiting the city for either for the lights or just for a night out or something. You tend to see people there. It's a whole vibe across the whole which is the CBD, which is the central business district of, like, Sydney. And, like, we have like a couple of CBDs in the area, like, you know, just like in Bangalore you have, like, you know, areas like Jayanagar, Malleshwaram, what else comes to mind, JP Nagar. So, like, you know, you have like major areas in there. So similarly we have they are called the CBDs, that's the city business districts. So the majority of them, like, you know, for example, these are the places, I'm not sure whether it makes sense or not, Parramatta, Liverpool, Chatswood, these are, like, you know, Hornsby, these are kind of like, you know, the ones which are categorized as CBD. And, you know, they have beautiful lights, and even the houses, like, you know, they would have decorated it so well. It's a treat to go around, just driving across and seeing the lights on. So it's a different vibe altogether. So Christmas Eve, which is tomorrow, that's the 24th of December, that's when Christmas Eve is celebrated. There will be a celebration in the church as well, and the biggest church is St. Mary's Cathedral in the city. They have got their the wakes and the celebrations and the Christmas carols, etc. happening. And Christmas carols kind of like happen on a grand scale in Australia as well as in Sydney. And this time it was organized, I think it was 2 weeks ago, but it ended up being an online thing, and that was televised as well. And that's a beautiful thing, like, you know, it's the kids as well as the adults can enjoy. So that's one way of celebrating, like in a major way, like, you know, singing carols as well. At workplaces, normally, like, you know, the last week, it kind of like starts in December, the first week or the second week in December. The colleagues or the team whatever, like, you know, we have multiple teams, we have, like, you know, different project teams, etc., etc. So everyone kind of, like, you know, tends to go out for lunches or dinners or night outs or whatever is there, something, you know, in the name of Christmas. So that's like a celebration, and every day someone or the other, like, you know, some are so passionate about baking their Christmas cakes, like, you know, it's the kind of the plum cake which they literally bake, and that kind of, like, you know, takes so much effort. It's kind of like done, like, you know, 6 months in advance, and it's kind of like prune, and it's done in a different way. So people who are passionate about baking, they bring their Christmas puddings across, and most of the time, majority of the workplaces, their kitchens will be just kind of, like, you know, just layered with different kinds of sweets and chocolates and biscuits and cakes, pastries, you name it, everything will be there. So that's what happens in the workplaces. And the other thing which happens is the Kris Kringle. I'm not sure whether you guys are aware of Kris Kringle. The team or the workplace will nominate. So we came ages ago, so it used to be, like, you know, minimum of $5 you can buy a gift, and they put all the names of the team members in a hat, and a name gets drawn. Like, you have to draw a name, and you have to buy a present for that person, but you don't name the gift or who it is going for. And what happens is there is a Santa sack which is kept in the office premises. You just go and drop the bag, except putting the name of the person there. So if I kind of, like, you know, pull a name, and I get, say, who has come here, say, so I can see Sunita Chandrasekhar's name. So if I get the name for Sunita Chandrasekhar, so I'll just pull out that name, and I get a gift for her, and I put only her name, and I don't put my name. So it's like a secret Santa kind of thing, and you put it in a sack. And then on the day, you kind of, like, exchange gifts, and you just open it up and enjoy. That's number one. And then that was the basic one, which was played for quite some time. And just about, like, you know, 10 years ago, they started changing the trend of the Kris Kringle to Secret Santa. So what happens is, you still you don't put any name. So you just buy a gift, and it's put in a sack, and then someone can call out your name, and you can go and pick your gift, and you can open it up, and the others will be just watching opening your gift. And then the next person goes, they open the gift, and if they don't like that gift, and if they like the gift which I have opened, they have the right to take the gift away from me, and they give their gift to swap it away. So it's kind of like a game as well. And sometimes people do quirky gifts, like which are sometimes funny, and sometimes they are really valuable. Sometimes it doesn't make any sense what they have given, and most of the times, like, sometimes they come up with coffee mugs and chocolates, like, you know, you get different types of coffee mugs and chocolates in there. Most of the time, especially men, if they are shopping, I tell you, their shopping skills are so minimal. They just get a coffee cup and a mug, and chocolate is always a man. Right? It's only the females who kind of, like, put some thought into, like, you know, what gifts looks nice or what is interesting. So that's the game we play. What else do we do on Christmas? Those are the things we play. I mean, it's practiced here in Christmas. And the whole week coming up from the 24th, which is it starts from tomorrow up until the 1st of January, it's all holidays, and some people have to work, and you can make use of your annual leave, or you do have your public holidays, and you can combine with various leave what you have, and then you take that as leave and spend some time with family and friends. So that's the way to do. And then the New Year's Eve is very special as well. And Australia is the second country which celebrates the New Year in advance, right? Fiji and New Zealand are the other two countries which are ahead of us. And the other ones who do it first, but they both kind of like, don't come into the picture because they are like, the small countries. And we kind of like, portray ourselves in showcasing the beautiful, beautiful fireworks, which happens on the New Year's Eve. And this year there are two sessions, one at 9 o'clock and one at 12 midnight. The 9 o'clock session at the moment is cancelled, and the 9 o'clock one is mainly for the kids, because the kids kind of like, don't stay longer enough to be awake to see the fireworks. So that's why the 9 o'clock one is mainly for the kids. Actually, there's no difference between the 9 o'clock and the 12 midnight except the shower which happens. Otherwise, the kind of crackers which kind of like, gets blown away is almost the same, maybe a little bit fancy for the 12 midnight one. This time, they kind of like, made it mainly because of COVID, it's kind of like restricted. Majority of the events are now kind of like ticketed, but some are free, but you have to have a ticket for that. And the primary healthcare workers and those ones are given priority, which is understandable. So it's kind of like different. So it's the whole vibe, the 2 weeks, like you can go to any shopping center, you go to anywhere in the city and the streets, it's kind of like well lit, and the lights are beautiful to look at, and it's very nice. So that's how Christmas is here. It's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. And it's summer here, and we are the first in the world to celebrate Christmas during summer, because every other country you have Christmas kind of like the vibe of winter and snow, especially if you take US and Canada and everything. So it's a real Christmas, but for us it's Christmas in summer. So it's kind of like we are a bit special because we are from Australia. So I've babbled a lot. You know what? I've spoken for about an hour and 5 minutes. Goodness gracious. Oh my God. I thought what I'm going to talk, because Pooja wasn't doing anything. What am I going to talk? I literally kept you guys engaged. Okay, Namita, hi. Ranjita Raj. Your question, I kept you busy, right? For about 10 to 15 minutes. I spoke about Christmas season in Australia. Bharti Chidambar saying yes. I'm not sure, Bharti, what you said yes for. Sorry, I have missed that conversation there. Rashmi Das is watching. Shaila Hegde, Anuradha Jaisimha, thank you. Sunita, hi Sunita, thank you. Lata Suresh is watching. Hi Lata. Ranjita Raj, we call it Secret Santa. Yes, we call it Secret Santa, as well as Ugly Santa. Ugly Santa is the one which you snatch the gift. Oh, I like that. Anyway, I don't like snatching. For me, it's always giving. Sneha Chandrasekhar is watching. Uma Sairam Balasa saying hi. Ranjita Raj saying true. Vijay Shiva Kumar, hi. Neeta Warburg, beautiful. Thank you, Neeta, for joining in. Spurti Uday is watching. Thank you, ladies. Anushri Dash is watching. Anushri, I know you have posted quite a few pictures of yours. I haven't responded, but I'm seeing here in person that I love your sarees. You are a Sambalpuri queen, I tell you. Oh my God, you've got some amazing sarees. I have to visit you next time when I'm in Bangalore, I tell you. I will definitely visit. Anushri saying hi. Hi. So I will be winding up, which I said maybe 20 minutes ago, and I'm still babbling away. I will definitely wind up. Bharti says, you're always beautiful, great personality. Oh, thank you. I'm not a great person. I'm just a simple person. I'm just a simple person. Thank you, ladies, for joining in. Though there was no session, I thoroughly enjoyed talking to you all, shedding some light on Christmas. Look, these are the things, you just ask me something, I'll talk about it. Anything to do in Sydney, celebrations, Australia. Wow, so passionate about it. So I can talk about them. Anushri saying thanks and loads of love. Thank you so much. Keep them posting, Anushri. Lovely, lovely insight into Sambalpuri sarees, I tell you. I don't have one. I have to own one next time. Bharti saying thank you. Thank you, ladies. I'm going to wind up now. Thank you very much for joining me. Stay tuned for the next week for a full entertainment program. It might be just one person doing it, or maybe a couple of them doing it, or maybe more than two doing it. So keep your eyes wide open for that, and I'll keep you all posted on Sunday. All right. Thank you very much for staying with me for the whole time and listening to me as well. See you guys. Bye for now.